Hey everyone, off the Mike Sports Network. The wild card round of the playoffs has concluded, and the Minnesota Vikings, despite 14 regular season wins, are going home. Back-to-back losses end their season. They get blown out by the LA Rams 27-9 in what was supposed to be a home game for the Rams, but it was in Arizona. But credit to the Rams, man. Sean McVay in playoff time, Matt Stafford in playoff time. This team is going to be dangerous going to Philadelphia. A lot of people counted them out for the way that they kind of, tailspin down the end of the season and ended up falling into that 4 spot. Maybe they were doing some genius chess or something, knowing that they liked the matchup potentially with Minnesota or hell, even with the Lions. If that was the way the thing was going to shake out, maybe they were kind of playing some chess at the end of the season in sort of like not really trying to win that game. I mean, they played Jimmy Garoppolo the whole game, I think, in that last finale against Seattle, knowing that they already had the division locked up. So, but the real story of this game and really the last 2 weeks is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, who I've started to root for this year. I mean, I thought he got unnecessary hype, mostly from people like Colin Cowherd, that he was somehow like this big treasure that the Browns whiffed on. He flamed out with the Jets. He flamed out with the Panthers. He had a quick cup of coffee with the 49ers. And now he gets this opportunity with the Vikings. Has a historic, well, not historic, but a career-defining season. And there are now discussions that he's going to be the top, quarterback talent on the free agent market because it seems like, and it was like, oh, the Vikings have to keep him. They have to do everything that they have to do to keep him. And in the last 2 weeks, you have seen exactly why Sam Darnold is. I just don't view him as a franchise quarterback. All of the things that Kevin O'Connell was able to coach out of him have come out in the worst possible way. He was sacked 11 times in the last 2 games. Mind you, the Detroit Lions are depleted defensively. They got to him twice. He only threw for 166 yards in the game against Detroit. And then in this game, throws an interception, 245 yards, gets sacked 9 times by the Rams. And yes, you can say that the Vikings got screwed. I think they got screwed on a fumble by Matt Stafford that led to a touchdown that was pulled back because they ruled it an incomplete pass, which I thought was ridiculous. But the Rams controlled the line of scrimmage. They dominated this game. They literally made Sam Darnold turn back into the Darnold from the Jets that was seeing ghosts. And I'm not going to say that he won't be a decent player in the NFL. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I think the last 2 weeks, when winning time needed to come, when they needed him to show up big, and this is what I define quarterbacks, why I've said multiple times the Browns were justified in moving off of Baker Mayfield. You are judged by what you do in the biggest moments. And most of this season in against predominantly decent teams, specifically in the last couple weeks of this season, Sam Darnold came up short. The Vikings scored 18 points in their last 2 games, including a win or you're playing next week game, or win you're the 1 or lose you're the 5, and this team wins 14 games and nobody's going to care about that anymore. And I think in a weird way, Sam Darnold might have done the Vikings a favor and allowed them to potentially, ease off. And, there are some good things to like about Sam Darnold's game, but now Vikings know that they can't franchise tag him. And if he wants to price himself out at close to $40-50 million, they're not going to do it. So in a weird way, this is a blessing in disguise for the Vikings. We'll see if J.J. McCarthy actually works out, but they have a first-round pick invested in him. There's no reason whatsoever to now throw all the money at Sam Darnold to keep him. Let him go somewhere else. Let somebody else maybe put him on a prove-it deal, because I think the last 2 weeks are definitely going to scare some teams off, including my Cleveland Browns, who will definitely be in the market for a quarterback. I don't know if that's going to be something, but this was definitely an eye-opener. Credit to the Rams, credit to Sean McVay, credit to Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, all these guys. And, Jared Verse and Braden Fisk, studs at Florida State. Shout out to my guy, Danny Udolph. He probably misses them because Florida State was so bad this year. They were awesome in this game. I think the Rams, I'm not ready to say that they'll beat the Eagles, but that's certainly a dangerous option. I thought either one of these teams could go to Philadelphia and win. because I was not overly impressed with the Eagles in that game against the Packers in the wild card round. So we'll have a lot more reaction, a lot more preview to look ahead to this upcoming weekend in the divisional round, the best round of the playoffs. Very exciting. I will talk to you guys real soon. Bye bye.